Is my voice heard?
As I've got older, increasingly it has been.
My opinions are kind of disregarded.
Adults think that they always know best.
Sometimes they ignore me because I talk too much.
Government doesn't, and people in higher authority doesn't.
We don't have our rights because we're teens and we don't know what we're talking about.
I don't think they respect it enough yet.
I'm an adult, you're a child. Do as I say, not as I do.
I think it's just whether you've got that respect with adults or not, whether they like trust your opinions and stuff. And I do think I get my voice heard quite a lot. But then on the other hand, I think the government don't really listen to younger people.
There are like school parliaments and school councils which you can go to, but I don't think everyone always respects our voice.
Some adults do respect our views, but like a lot of them don't. Like when it comes to LGBTQ, like global warming strikes, the like teen striking, some of them are just like not good with it. Like they don't get the point. They try to shut the situations down when we're trying to prove a point. Like when it comes to LGBTQ, some people just really aren't supportive. Like we're all human and we should respect each other.
I seem to hear the phrase a lot, I'm an adult, you're a child. Do as I say, not as I do. Kind of annoying.
Things like the youth parliament are becoming more prominent, especially with the Brexit discussions. There was the youth climate change strike, which got a lot of adult attention. So I think young people are definitely making a stand, but I don't think adults take our opinions into consideration enough yet.
I'm quite lucky because at our school our opinions are broadcasted, but then I'm also not sure if older adults do always respect that opinion.
Some people are like really arrogant and they see like people of our age as like not knowing a lot, but actually in reality, like if you compare all the stuff we have to learn in school, like even just thinking about the new GCSE, like we have to learn so much more than everyone else. And so like I do think that we should be listened to more as a generation. Like even I think the climate change strikes, like that surely proves that we actually are aware of like what your generation are doing to our planet. And like I also think that the voting age should be lowered to 16 because I believe that like people like us are going to be the ones affected by Brexit and all of this. Like why shouldn't we get a say?
Adults think that they always know best because they're older than us. However, I've been through probably some of the same stuff that a lot of adults have been through. So when they tell me, hey, your opinion doesn't really matter, I get kind of a little bit angry about it because I actually have some really good advice, but I don't think we're as heard as much as we should be.
Despite being 18, I'm not really treated as an adult. My opinions are kind of disregarded in terms of when you try to engage in discussions about anything going on that's social or political. Any kind of opinion you seem to have, it's not as legitimate as one that is held by someone who's 20 years older. And I understand the mentality because obviously they've been around longer, so they have more life experience to back up their beliefs with. But I don't believe that that's something that can apply to everything, and I don't believe it necessarily means people are always right.
If there's an issue, you know, I can speak about it, but the chance of people taking me seriously or like actually like people actually seeing that aren't that big, I guess. But there's not a lot of issues I feel I need to make my voice heard on.
I don't really speak to a lot of older people other than my parents, but I feel like they seem to listen to what I say. Obviously sometimes they ignore me because I talk too much, but most of the time I feel like they take my views in.